Welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order, please? Welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order, please? Yeah, can I get a Whopper? You want to hear a Whopper? You want to do them? Well, yeah, college classic campus hits. Welcome to Burger King. We're up reading Larry D.Harper's You Want to Hear a Whopper. The Rapture of the Saints. Let's see if we can get this in one instead of two series. By the time Darby published The Hopes of the Church of God in 1840, he was clearly recognized as a leader among the Plymouth Brethren. Moreover, his beliefs concerning the future of the church in Israel, the Jews, were well on their way to becoming an accepted views of brethren everywhere. Now, these names, Plymouth Brethren and Harvard Brethren and all that, they're law schools now, colleges. Nah. Moreover, his beliefs concerning the future of the Church of Israel, the Jews, was well on their way to becoming an accepted view of brethren everywhere. That gave him the solid base from which he could operate. And so he traveled widely, visiting brethren groups in Europe, Canada, and the United States, and everywhere he went. He promoted his views and the future of Israel with the Jews, are of the Jews and of the church. That's that Alex girl again from the Weather Channel. Gosh. I wonder if she's married. So, here we go. Here we go. Let's finish reading. So, here we go. In 1845, not long after his prophetic system gained ascendancy in the Brethren movement, Darby challenged B.W. Newton, the only other prominent leader among the Brethren, because Newton dared to disagree with one of the new doctrines. In that dispute, we can see that the wicked one desperately striving to make sure that essential part of his essential part of his deception remained alive and well. I mean, come on, he doesn't want to fall to fatigue or say, "Oh, I'm tired of the devil. I can't go too much further." No, he's been doing this for thousands of years. Come on, millions. So here we see here all his followers, 18th Street, Loma Vista, LPK, all worshiping the devil or trying to stop worshiping the devil and find Christ again, right? ISIS. I thought I was worshiping Allah. No, you can't have Beelzebub and Mountain Allah too. Alex! So anyway, we see here that he had to keep this alive and well. He had to keep focused on it. And that's hard to do because you got these Christians bouncing up out of everywhere. They're just coming out of everywhere. They're like cockroaches coming out of the seams, and the women were having children and they're raising them in the Word of God. And these dudes were loyal to Jesus Christ. They were Christ bearers, Like my name Christopher in Greek means God bearer. So it is fairly easy to see from what Irenaeus and Hippocrates tell us that the wicked one certainly must not have been pleased when Newton adamantly rejected Darby's pre-tribulational rapture of the saints, and he needs folks to in our time to believe what Newton refused to believe, and that the rapture could occur at any moment, and he didn't have people believe in that. So now I must give credit when credit is due. Darby believed the rapture of the church would occur shortly before the appearance of the Antichrist. That's true. Actually, it happens. The 3.5 years of the seventh candlestick is the 3.5 years of great tribulation that God hasn't kicked in yet. Some people say that's not true, because the great tribulation period is only 3.5 years, because it cannot finish. But we know that there's 7 years, and there's 10 years to each candlestick, and we know that there are 7 years in that that seventh candlestick, and we know the rest of the years are finished out after 1,000 years. Then the world will end. So if that be true, then we're looking at the end of the world. Okay, so it's 2000. Let's see, 2018 right now. Okay, 2017. Next year is 2018. So we'd say we're going to the candlestick in 2018, May the 15th. So if we go on May 15th, 2018. Then what we're looking at here is we're looking at the 2028, the sixth candlestick of May. Okay, so that's the seventh count. So 3.5 years after that of 2018, 19, 20, 21 and a half. That's when the rapture will happen. Now that's not the second coming. That's the rapture. So the rapture will be in 2021 sometime. That's when the rapture is going to happen, right? No. The rapture will happen in 2031. It have to be in the seventh candlestick, 3.5 years after the sixth candlestick closes, which will be May 2028. Then it'll be 3.5 years after May 2028. So we go May 2028, 29, 30, 31, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. Just before 2029, the rapture will happen. That's terrible. That means the devil is going to say he's the devil and walk on the earth. That gives him plenty of time to get his feet ready, right? Now, I must give credit where credit is due. Darby believed the rapture of the church would occur shortly before the appearance of the Antichrist, and yes, dispensationalists stridently contend he did not get this doctrine from a group known as the Irvinites. Irvinites. It's interesting they should say that since Darby's dumb doctrine and that the Irvinites are also obviously similar, the only other mention of the pre-tribulation rapture of the church before Edward Irving and his followers came up with it is a brief statement made by the premillennialists Joseph made in 1677, and his is not a full-blown doctrine. It's merely a conjecture. He will, in response to the question he received. And we're going to have to do that in the next one because we don't have time because we can only do 10 minutes here. So we're going to do part 2 of the rapture of the saints, and the next one. I have this to say to you, that you should listen, is that Daniel was told to seal up the things that would be revealed at the end of the world. So all these men back in the 16, 17, even 18, 1900s wouldn't have a clue as to what you and I are going to understand now and later.